mile. Race 11 on the card. A field of 17 to go around. Fillies and mares. Mickey Queen, odds on last time we heard. Even money now. There is Mickey. Mickey Queen, 2.0. Dual Group 1 winner. Looking to make it 3 today. The 12th running of the Victoria Mile. Last year, in fact, the last 2 years, won by the same horse. Previous year, the same horse. Here's number 1 at the Seaside. Hironobu Tanabe at 85 even. Number 2, Smart Leia. 7-year-old Yutaka Take's ride at 8.9. Still awaiting that photo. Number 3, Jour Polaire at 15.7. Hideaki Miyuki. Number 4 is Solveig. Yuka Kawada at 39.7. Number 5, Admire Lead, Christophe Lemaire at 13.6. Number 7 on screen, Rouge Buck, 7.9. 14.81. Won't be going for those again. 14.81. 14.81. The numbers unofficial across the line. Rouge Buck, Keita Tosaki at 7.9. Number 8, Queen's Ring with Mirko De Muro at 9.3. Number 9, Haute Claire, Hiroto Mayazumi at 104.8. Number 10, Denkoage, Masayoshi Ebiner at 54.1. And here is the star of the field. Well, certainly previous performances and odds. 2.0, Mickey Queen, Suguru Hamanaka. Number 12, Ukiono Kaze, Hayato Yoshida at 32.7. Number 13 is Hirono Matira, the outsider of the field, to be ridden by Hirofumi Shi at 235.6. Number 14, Let's Go Donkey, Yasunari Iwata at 7.9. There are 3 Group 1 winners in the race, and she's one of them. Queen's Ring and Mickey Queen, the other 2. Number 15, Frontier Queen at 68.4, to be ridden by Hiroshi Kitamura. Number 16, Kurino Lahore, Yuichi Kitamura at 163.5. '17, Lethal Weapon, Hiroki Uchida at 137.5, and I don't think we've seen Asuka Biren. Asuka Biren, Kenichi Gizoe's ride. There she is at 37.5. Correct weight through on the Seiryuu Stakes. Correct weight through on the Seiryuu Stakes. 14.81. 14.8 1. 14, Sunrise Soar. 3-year-old colt by Simile Chris S. out of Amelia, a special week mare. Ridden by Tsubasa Iwasaki, trained by Hiroshi Kawachi, former jockey. Owned by Takapoka.
Well, it comes out sometimes, sorry. So we shortly hope to get to the paddock for the Victoria Mile, of course, our main race today here from Tokyo. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. Will carry a set weight today, 55 kilos. And here we are, number 1 at the Seaside. Well, she's a small filly. It's a first-time ride today for Hironobu Tanabe. Could be the key to her race today. 2 starts this year at the Seaside, both 8th place finishes over 1,400 metres and 1,600 metres, the latest at Hanshin in April. Number 2, Smart Leia, 7-year-old mare, Yutakatake's ride. Pretty consistent horse. Seems to love it here at Tokyo. 4th in this race last year. 2nd in her only start this year. So what is she capable of today? Is going to be interesting to see. Number 3, Jour Polaire, Hideaki Miyuki to ride this 4-year-old filly in the G1 racing colours. Good recent results climbing through the classes. 3rd most recently over a mile at Hanshin last month. I think she has a bit of a chance here. Number 4 also in the G1 racing Silks, another 4-year-old. Yuga Kawada rides 9th last time in the Takamata no Miya Kinen over 1,200 metres at Chukyo. That was in March. The mile looks hard. Number 5, Admire Lead. Christophe Lemaire rides this 4-year-old. 15th of 18 in last year's Oaks. Has done a lot better since. First and second in 3 races this year for Admire Lead. Number 7 is Rouge Buck, Keita Tosaki aboard. Rouge Buck, she's always been just short of winning a Group 1, 5th in this race last year, 8th in her only run this year. That was over 2,000 metres at Chukyo in March. 8 is Queen's Ring, Mirko De Muro to ride 15th of 16 last time in a Group 2 at Hanshin last month. A heavy track that day. She also lost a shoe, won the QE2 Cup at Kyoto in 2016. 9 is Alt Claire, 6-year-old mare. Not a very good strike rate, but not bad runs of late. 2nd at Nakayama on her last start in April. That was over a mile. Looks hard in a Group 1 though. 10, Denko Ange, 4-year-old filly, 9th in last year's Oaks, 7th and 4th in 2 starts this year, the latest over 1,800 metres at Fukushima last month. I think 1,600 or 1,800 is her best trip. 11, Mickey Queen, well, arguably the best horse in the race, won her last Group 1 in 2015. That was the Shuka Show. She also won the Oaks the same year. 1 start this year when winning over a mile at Hanshin last month. 12, Ukiyono Kaze, 7-year-old mare, just 17 starts, 5 wins. She won last time over 1,800 metres at Fukushima. That was in a Group 3 last month. 3 Group 1s to date. Best placed 3rd. That was in the Sprinter Stakes 2015. 13, Hirono Matera. Hirofumi Shi rides 3 starts this year, 13th, 11th and 9th. Heavy ground in 2 of those races. But she's the out-and-out outsider here, Hirono Matera. First time at Tokyo on her 30th career start today. 14, Let's Go Donkey, regular jockey Yasunari Iwata to ride. Back to form a bit recently. She's been produced late in recent runs when she used to go off in front. Very interested to see how he rides her today. 15 is Frontier Queen, 4-year-old filly. 14 starts, 2 wins. 2nd most recently in the Group 3 Fukushima Himba Stakes. 6th in last year's Oaks. 16, Kurino Lahore. Another 4-year-old, pretty good win and place percentage, but generally at levels below this. 11th of 16 last month in a Group 2 at Hanshin. 17, Lethal Weapon, Hiroyuki Uchida to ride this 6-year-old mare. First Group 1 today. 11th, 15th and 5th in 3 Group 3 races this year. And 6 is Asuka Biren, 5-year-old mare. 6 wins from 18 starts, 12 times unplaced. Won her last race in open class over a mile at Hanshin in March. Murray?
Yeah, of course, the trainer of Let's Go Donkey looking to make it 3 wins in a row. The owner of number 1 is at the Seaside. And 3rd in the Okusho last year. She's struggled since at any group level inside draw Mako forward. Tanabe could be an interesting jockey for this horse. He might do something crazy. Number 2, Smart Leia, her 4th Victoria Mile. 8th, 10th, 4th in the past. Same gate as last year, actually. Number 3 is Jour Polaire, overrun by Mickey Queen and Admire Lead in the Hanshin Mares race in April on wet ground. Well, we've got rain-affected ground here. That could be the difference for her. Solveig, Jock rode her in the first 5 starts, 2 wins and 2 thirds. One previous run at 1,600, she folded badly. Admire Lead in good form at the moment. Taking on Mickey Queen, who seems to be able to win on any ground in good time. Might be the difference. Admire Lead. I'm not quite sure he has the pace for some of these. Rouge Buck. Well, her run at the Kinka Show was fair over 2,000 March. I believe her best now is probably better than last year. Inconsistent lately, which is some concern. If they've got her right, she's very good. Queen's Ring. Didn't like the ground of the Hunch in Himba. Group 1 winner over 2,200. I don't know if 1,600 is her best trip, but won't be far away. Alt Claire is the 9. Big jump in class for her, the 6-year-old. Second in a recent stakes race over 1,600 in very quick time. Goes okay at Tokyo. Number 10 is Denko Ange. Well, she's not done much in the last 20 months. Her 6th Group 1 start and yet to place. 11 is Mickey Queen. She is a class act. 2-time Group 1 winner. Second up, it's the same prep as last year. Deserves to be favourite. Loves the ground no matter what it's like. And I think she has that advantage over many in this field that she likes firm ground and likes to sting out of the ground as well. Yuki Kaze, 7th last year. Different preparation coming off an 1,800 Group 3 win the last year. Ran in the Takuma Matsunomiya Kinen. Always drops out others for me. Hirano Matira, well, massive price. It is the outside of the field. Was ridden forward early on, but now seems to drop back in her races. Doesn't look her best trip either. Let's Go Donkey, versatile, in form. Her 2nd Victoria Mile, 10th last year. But she's been ridden forward lately. Sting out of the ground will help, I think. Top 3 chance. Frontier Queen ran a good 1,800 on the track in February. Possibly try and slot midfield. I don't think she's a genuine Group 1. Gurno Lahore reeled off some placings. Then there were 3 wins at Group 3 and Group 2 level. Runs okay here, but I don't think 1,600's a trip. Lethal Weapon, 9 Group 3s, 1 Group 2, placed in a Group 3, and big price, deservedly so. And here's number 6, Askabidin, coming off a stakes win, which looked more a Group 2 or Group 3 field, but this is much tougher. Not the worst. What price? 37.5. Yeah, all right. What do you like?
Yes, Murray, difficult to get away from Mickey Queen, isn't it? So she's my first selection, number 11. After that, it gets a bit more difficult. So number 5, Admire Lead, my second choice from 14, Let's Go Donkey. Then number 3, Jour Polaire from number 2, Smart Layer.
Yeah, I can't go past Mickey Queen. I think she's a class act. All right. What is she, even money still?
Yeah, she's very steady in the market at 2.0.
Yeah, well, I've got her on top from the 7 Rouge Buck. If she runs to her best, she's in this. If she doesn't turn up, well, she'll finish well back in the field. But I'm going to bank on her being good. And the 14, Let's Go Donkey. They're both equal second favourite, I think. 7.9 last time I checked. So 11, 7, 14 for me. I've got the 8 Queen's Ring in for my 4th pick. And I do respect Admire Lead. I've got her in as well for 5th. 11, 7, 14, 8, 5 me. Adrian's gone 11, 5, 14, 3 and 2. Our thoughts on the 12th running of the Victoria Mile. It's a
Well, the runners being led out for the main race here at Tokyo today, the Victoria Mile. Fillies and mares take on the Group 1 here. A pretty warm favourite in Mickey Queen. No change in her price. Even money favourite. 1 or 2 went to post early. Smart layer ahead of time as well. Here's number 1 at the Seaside here in Obutanabe at 91.0 the price. Number 2 on the way down now, Smart Layer, Yutaka Take at 8.9. Number 3 is Jour Polaire, Hideaki Miyuki at 16.6. Looking for just his 7th Group 1 victory. The jockey there, number 4, Solveig, Yuga Kawada at 40.4. The G1 Racing runners. Number 5, one of the ones that went to post early, Admire Lead, Christophe Lemaire at 13.6. No change here in the price. Admire Lead, 4-year-old filly. Number 6, Asuka Biren, Kenichi Ikezoe at 39.3. Number 7, Rouge Buck, Keita Tosaki at 7.6. The number 8, Queen's Ring, Mirko de Muro at 9.3. Looking to make amends for a last run. Number 9, Alt Claire, Hiroto Mayazumi at 115.0. Number 10 is Denko Ange, Masayoshi Ebener at 55.4. Number 11, Mickey Queen, Suguru Hamanaka, that's the 2.0, the favourite, looks pretty well there, behaving herself. 12, Ukyo no Kaze, Hayato Yoshida at 33.2, one of the ones that went to post early. 13, Hirono Matera, Hirofumi Shi at 249.0, very, very big price. Outsider, 13, Hirono Matera. 14, Let's Go Donkey, Yasunari Iwata, 7.9. Minus 10 kilos, I notice.
The Victoria Mile field behind the gates for the 12th running. Favourite Mickey Queen, even money. Second in the line, Rouge Buck. Let's Go Donkey. Running for Smart Layer as well. Queen's Ring. Well under 10-1. Mickey Queen looking to go one better. She already has 2 Group 1s. There are 3 Group 1 winners in the race. Mickey Queen, Queen's Ring, and Let's Go Donkey. Crowd of 40,000 here today. Mother's Day in Japan. Well out for the Victoria Mile. It's warmed up quite a bit in the last hour or so. Quite a few of these horses are sweating up noticeably. Alta Clear, one noticeably going forward. Ino Matira, outside runners at the Seaside. Wonder what he'll do with her. Go forward. Up goes Jour Polaire. The favourite, Mickey Queen, loads up. Frontier Queen. 3 queens in the race. Maya Lead has support. Christophe Lemaire has a double today, and Rouge Buck, Keita Tosaki, he has a treble today. Up goes Denko Ange. Kurano Lahore led forward. Smart Layer. Solveig locks away. Ukyo Kaze, Let's Go Donkey, Asuka Biren, Queen's Ring, and Lethal Weapon. One of the outsiders of the field will load into gate 17. 17 fillies and mares for the Victoria Mile. 2017, the 12th running. They're set, stand by, and they're racing. And a little slower way up the back. Frontier Queen with Hirono Matira hitting the ground quickly. Straight away was Solveig. Shows out from Asuka Biren. Smart Layer kicks up, and coming over from a wide gate is Lethal Weapon with Let's Go Donkey going forward. Alta Clear is in behind them. Then Jour Polaire, followed by Mickey Queen, a little bit better than midfield. Then Kurino Lahore trapped out 3 wide. Along the fence is Queen's Ring, followed by Denko Ange. A mile lead well back with Yukino Kaze. Rouge Bark in her particular typical role is well back as well, running about 4th last. At the Seaside runs the fence. In between runners Hirano Demore, and Frontier Queen goes on but wide. Rolling along in front but slowing them down right now is Solvag. Leads out from Lethal Weapon. It's a bit of a dawdle up front. Smart Leia runs 3rd the fence. Oscar Beren's there, not too far away, running 4th. Out wide is Let's Go Donkey travelling 5th. Creeping up and making up good ground. The fence is Queen's Ring. Got into a beautiful position by Mirko De Muro. In behind them is Mickey Queen, Admire lead. And also along the fence, Hirano Batura is picking up ground with At the Seaside. They've got 450 metres to run. On the outside, finding the front is Solvag. Doing it tough there with Smart Leia. Queen's Ring in behind them. Where's Mickey Queen? She's starting to let down, but still a lot of work to do. And running on out wide is Denko Ange. They've got 200 metres to run, and Denko Ange could cause a boil over. Kicking through the middle, Admire lead with Christophe Lemaire. Admire lead finds the front. Admire lead races away. Admire leads from Denko Ange and Jean Polaire. Tight there with Smart Leia, Solvag, Queen's Ring. Mickey Queen not today. Out wide of front.
Christophe Lemaire bided his time there on the filly Admire lead. And just waited and finally the gap came beautifully for him while the Smart Leia and Solvag plugging away, but right between them there, produced beautifully. Queen disappointing. And out wide, Dinko Ange running a big race, bit of a muddling pace at times suit some of them. But Christophe Lemaire has got there aboard Admire lead.
5, 10 and 3 unofficial. 5, 10 and 3. Gee, Denko Ange, what race is she? 55 to 1. And she hasn't run a race like that since she debuted. Her 6th Group 1 today, and she's run 2nd. But all honours go to Admire lead, a progressive horse, and finished in behind Mickey Queen and in its last run, but produced the goods today in a beautiful turn of foot late.
Yes, we certainly held on the full book, but
133.9 they've run outside the record. It was a real dawdle down the side. Solvag really put the brakes on. Smart Leia didn't want to take them on. In fact, nothing really did. Into the home straight. And then it was sit and sprint. 5, 10 and a photo. The 3 may have got third. Sure, Polaire. Yeah, in a tight go there. 5, 10 and a photo. But it belongs to Christophe Lemaire, a treble for him, but all Group 1 success for Christophe Lemaire. Number 2 in the Jockey Premiership at the moment.
yes, it's his 11th Group 1 win in Japan.
He rode his 600th winner in Japan earlier in the day. 602.
This really was 15th of 18 in last year's Oaks, but certainly come on a lot since then.
Which might stay gold. She could get a lot further, but perhaps the thrown to the mare's side, Bellallure. It's the first time that Christophe has won the Victoria Mile. First time win for the owner. Trainer. Last guy. He's no stranger to Group 1 success, but the first time he's trained a winner of this race.
Yes, first for the jockey and the trainer in the race.
And the owner. First time for all of them concerned. So, running at the event. And he's acknowledging mile lead as he comes back to this crowd of 40,000 here in Fuji today. Very popular man, a likable man, Christophe Lemaire, and a beautiful tight run to just really go over the top of him in the closing stages. Denko Ange at the 200 looked like the winner. Out wide, but he hit the go button, and away she went. Opens up the crowd. Souvenir for one fan. It's just one. Finding it. No. Well, in sunshine, we had lots of cloud throughout the early morning and early afternoon. The sun has broken through for all connections of a mile lead. sure the run of Jules Pelaire. Denko Ange, well, that was the surprise package for me.
Yeah, more numbers on the board now.
5, 10, 3, 2 and 4. So number 2 Smart Layer has got 4th and number 4 Solveig back in 4th place. So the ones who are up there setting the early tempo have run 3rd, 4th and 5th. It's about midfield when he let her go down the outside. Masayoshi Ebina, who, to be fair to say to him, has been totally out of form this year, but a bit of a threat. Naosuke Sagai, a very happy man, and the first time for him to win the race. Christophe Lemaire scoring Group 1 success in the Victoria Mile.
Yes, well, the race definitely favouring 4-year-olds, and that's been the case today as well. The first 3 home 4-year-olds. 6 4-year-old winners in the last 10 years. My lead is a 4-year-old.
Ricky Queen, real disappointment, finished probably 10th or even worse.
Yes, not
Just
sure what...
never came on.
Yeah.
Was in the ideal position, had cover, midfield. And there was correct weight from Japan, correct weight on 5, 10 and 3. 5, 10 and 3. The favourite goes down big time. And the buyer lead, of course, was in the market around 13.6. Thereabouts the starting price. But the big surprise was the second horse, Denko Ange. Last price we had for her was 55 to 1. Solveig was laying in a little bit in the last 200, but he corrected the horse because that was the gap that Christophe Lemaire was looking for. And he found it 5, 10, 3, 2 and 4. Correct weight on the Victoria Mile. The winner at mile lead, 4-year-old filly by Stay Gold out of Bellalure and Humorous Mare. Ridden by Christophe Lemaire, trained by Naosuke Sagai. In the ownership of Richie Kondo and bred at Northern Farm. Number 10, second Denko Ange, the 4-year-old filly by Meisho Samson and Masayoshi Ebina. And number 3, Jules Pelaire, the 4-year-old filly by Deep Impact, Hideaki Miyuki. Number 2, Smart Layer by Deep Impact has run 4th. Number 4, Solveig by Doa Major has run 5th. The margin's 1 1/4 by a neck, by a head, by a neck in 133.9. 46 the last 4, and the trifecta has paid almost $10,000, but it's paid $9,000 here in Japan, with Denko Ange putting some spice into the trifecta. And I wouldn't back that with your money.
Yeah, we were talking about exchanging money earlier, but 13.5 the starting price here for my lead in Japan.
Record for the race is 131.5, so